Everybody, and welcome to this Simple Aviation YouTube video. And you might be wondering what's on my screen currently. And we're actually gonna be looking at NG models and GeminiJets, who are probably gonna be the two biggest aircraft model manufacturers. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at the stuff that we have in the August releases. So let's get into it. So first of all, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery. This is in the 1 to 400 scale. All of these models are available on Aircraft Model Store. And since Aircraft Model Store is based in the United Kingdom, I'm going to be reading the prices for these models out in British pounds. So this model is £42.50. We're going to move on. Moving on now, we have NG Models Alaska 737-900ER in the UNCF Education Changed the World. It's a nice livery, actually. I like the nice kind of blue Alaska on the black tail. It kind of reminds me of the United Star Wars livery, probably just because of the black and blue. So let's move on now. Moving on, we have the NG Models Hawaiian Air, Boeing 787 Dreamliner. It's 787-9 in the 1 to 400 scale. That will be available for £46.95. And yeah, moving on, we have the NG Models Air Canada Boeing 787-9 in the 1 to 400 scale. It's a nice striking livery, especially the bandit mask around the cockpit windows. That's available for £46.95. This is a really good model according to me. And let's get into it. So moving on, we have the NG models, the JAL Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner in the 1 to 400 scale. This is available for £46.95. Moving on, we have the NG models, SAS Scandinavian Airlines A350-900 in SERSB, named Hagbard Viking in the 1 to 400 scale. That's available for £46.95 on Aircraft Model Store. Here we actually have the, I believe this is the Lufthansa A350-900 DAIXQ 1 to 400 for £47.95 from NG Models. Moving on, we have the Turkish Airlines A330-200 1 to 400 and available for £46.95. I personally really like the A330. It's a nice aircraft. Moving on, we have Air Canada Fly the Flag Go Canada Go livery. And this was made for the Olympics in Tokyo. Moving on, we are also having NG Models Turkish Airlines A330-200 TCJNB in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games livery. So this was to support the Turkish Olympics team. Moving on, we have the Delta Airlines 737-900ER in the 1 to 400 livery with split scimitar winglets. And personally, I really like the split scimitar winglets. I really don't like the winglets on the MAX, even though they look very similar, they're very different. It's almost like you're having 737NG. I mean, it's normal winglets, and you just take half of the bottom of the 737 MAX winglet and you stick that on the bottom. It really looks good. But yeah, moving on. This is the Lufthansa and U livery. And I believe this was to celebrate something to do with COVID reopening and stuff. It's a special livery, obviously. I think this really looks good. The bandit mask on the cockpit windows looks great. The engines look good. Well, the livery in general looks great. A350-900 DAIXP 1 to 400, available for £47.95. Oh, and I seem to have forgotten something, and I forgot to tell the price, I think. And this is £42.95. Moving on, this is, I think, going to be our final one from NG today. This is the Skymark Airlines 737-800 in the 1 to 400 livery, in the Pokemon livery, JA73AB for £42.95. So this is NG models done, guys, and now it's going to be GeminiJets. So GeminiJets is going to have some interesting ones because NG mainly do like current aircraft like 737 and stuff, and the A350, but Gemini also does historic models, so and rather interesting liveries from Gemini. But I personally prefer NG, but it's definitely just personal choice. So this is a FedEx feeder ATR52 livery, and I'm really excited for this one because it's actually really interesting. The FedEx livery looks great on here, and yeah, the ATR52 is just great in this way. So yeah, this is available for 38 5 1 to 400 scale, obviously. ATR 72600F, E LGUL, and yeah. Now, also, I just like to make a note quickly before we continue that Gemini also does 1 to 200 models. So there are quite a few of the same models, just with the scale mixed up, and I'll tell you about those. So this one that we have here is the GeminiJets Royal Air Force Airbus A321neo of the United Kingdom, 1 to 400 scale, GMRAF 111, for £39.95. Moving on, we have the GeminiJets Royal Air Force Airbus A330 MRTT Voyager ZZ332 in a 1 to 400 scale. That's available for £47.95. Next up, we have the 737-700 of Southwest Airlines in the Lone Star 1 livery in 1 to 400 scale, available for £39.95. Personally, I do not like the 737-700. It's a bit too small, and it aesthetically does not look that good on the eye. I prefer the 737-800 and the 900ER, but yeah, it's definitely your choice. Moving on, we have the GeminiJets Alliance Airlines Embraer E190 Air Force Centenary 2021 in the 1 to 400 scale for £36.95. Next up, we have the GeminiJets American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Astrojet livery, polished livery 1 to 400 scale, available for £39.95. That was an interesting livery. We also have the GeminiJets Delta Connection Bombardier CRJ900LR in the 1 to 200 scale here. So this is where the scales get a bit mixed up. So I'm just going to be telling you about the scales quickly. Now, 1 to 200 scale is mainly just done by GeminiJets and Phoenix models. We don't really cover Phoenix models that much, but they're still pretty big. They're like third biggest out of NG, GeminiJets and Phoenix. 1 to 500 scale is predominantly served by Harper. I think that's pretty much it. 1 to 400 scale is done by Harper, Phoenix, and a bunch of other people, including NG, Phoenix, and GeminiJets, and quite a few others. 1 to 200 is pretty much done, just as I said, by Phoenix and GeminiJets. Then there's 1 to 72, which is done by some other people, mainly not GeminiJets, I think just GeminiJets. So yeah, this is the Delta Connection Bombardier CRJ900LR, as I said, 1 to 200, and 1 to 500 is the smallest. 1 to 400 is a bit bigger than that, but still big. 1 to 200 is one of the biggest, and yeah, and 1 to 72 is very expensive, and it's the biggest. And you know, as you see, as the model goes bigger, so will the price. So like the others were lurking around the £40 mark, this one has gone up to £62.95 for this model, 1 to 200 scale. Moving on, we have the same GeminiJets RAF Airbus A321neo United Kingdom livery, but this is in the 1 to 200 scale. This is available for £74.95. Moving on, we have the GeminiJets American Airlines Boeing 737 Max 8 N324RN in the 1 to 400 scale. And also, guys, surprise announcement, I am no longer Aviation 18, I am Aviation 2218. Feel free to call me Aviation 2218 from now on, that's what I'll be known as. Moving on, sorry, not moving on, we have the American Airlines 737 MAX 8, 1 to 400, £39.95 for this. And we also have the GeminiJets Eastern Airlines L188 Electra N5517 hockey stick livery polished belly 1 to 400 scale, £39.95 for that. Moving on, we have the GeminiJets French Air Force Airbus A330 MRTT Voyager 1 to 400 in $44.95. So prices going up slightly, but yeah. GeminiJets National Airlines 747-400 in the 1 to 400 scale, but available for $52.95. Personally, I don't like this delivery, but it's okay, I guess. Moving on, we have the GeminiJets Regional Express Rex. Rex is Australian, Boeing 737-800, 1 to 400 livery, and available for £36.95. And this is for £36.95, as I said. Now, GeminiJets also does interactive jets, as I said. So watch out for those. I'll tell you when those come. Along with Phoenix and some other stuff, I'll just tell you what they are as well. Moving on, we have the Northwest Airlines 757-200 in the polished 1980s livery, 757-200, 1 to 400 scale, $42.95. Moving on, now this is the interactive version. So in this case, you can see with the laser pointer here, the cargo door opens as it's a 777F. Interactive series, so you'll be getting stuff like those, mainly with the cargo versions. And this is another interactive series. Going back to the interactive series of the 777, because I need to tell you some information on that. Well, on that, $123.95, 1 to 200 scale, 777-300 LRF. That was the interactive scale. And about the Cargolux, I personally prefer the 778 version of this. By Phoenix and GeminiJets as well. I know that they've made it. It's interactive. The cargo nose opens, which is a really nice thing. You can put like aircraft fuselages. If you have like a broken aircraft model, you could put the aircraft nose in that. That would be a bit nice. The cargo door also opens like the 777F did. That's 1 to 200 scale, £159.95 for that. Moving on, we have Frontier A321neo, Virginia the Wolf 1 to 200 scale for £73.95. I like Frontier's liveries, they're very playful. Now, we showed you this livery. This is really the exact same thing, but it's just flaps down. GeminiJets National Airlines, Boeing 747-400 BCF, flaps down 1 to 400, and for £54.95, as I said. Moving on, we have GeminiJets SkyWest Airlines, Bombardier CRJ700. I really like the CRJ900. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really prefer that curved kind of nose. I like the pointy nose for like the CRJ aircraft. They really do make a difference. So yeah. And we have the this was actually in the 1 to 200 scale, £62.95 for this. So moving on, we have the Trans World Airlines livery by GeminiJets, Boeing 717-200 on 1 to 400 scale for £38.95. This is probably going to be one of my favorite liveries. I love Alaska Airlines' livery, and adding the One World thing to it really does add a difference. 737-900ER, Alaska Airlines One World livery, £74.95. We also have here the GeminiJets American Airlines Boeing 737-800 AirCal Heritage livery, 1 to 200 scale, as I said, available for £74.95. GeminiJets American Airlines 737-800 is our next aircraft, AirCal Heritage livery still, but this is flaps down 1 to 200 scale, £79.95. Delta Airlines MD-11 interim livery polished belly is our next aircraft. 1 to 200 scale, £129.95 for that. Moving on now, we have the United 737 700 in the new livery, and this is in the 1 to 200 scale by GeminiJets, £74.95. Moving on, we have Australia Post A321 P2F, Australia Post 1 to 200 for £94, 95. Moving on, we have the GeminiJet Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-200 1 to 200 Colorado 1, £74.95. And we also finally have the same thing, 200 737-200 Colorado 1, flaps down 1 to 200 for £82.95. That's it from us, guys. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do like and subscribe for future videos just like this. We'll catch you on the next one.